The first time I laid eyes on Machu Picchu, I was filled with awe and wonder. Its ancient stones rose from the lush Peruvian landscape like a dream materialized, an enigma of history and culture. I had heard tales of its beauty and mystery, but nothing could have prepared me for the terror that would unfold during my ill-fated visit. The journey to Machu Picchu was arduous, but I was fueled by excitement. My companions and I hiked through dense forests and treacherous paths, the anticipation growing with each step. When we finally arrived at the entrance, the sun was beginning to dip beneath the horizon, casting long shadows across the site. We decided to camp nearby, eager to explore the ruins at first light. I awoke in the dead of night to a bone-chilling cold that seemed to seep into my very soul. The air was thick with an unsettling stillness, broken only by distant whispers carried on the wind. I rubbed my arms to warm myself, dismissing my unease as a product of my overactive imagination. But then I heard it, a haunting melody that seemed to echo from the heart of the ruins. Unable to resist its call, I followed the haunting tune through the moonlit ruins. My footsteps echoed off the ancient stones, and the eerie glow of the moon illuminated the terraces in an otherworldly light. The melody grew louder, more enchanting, pulling me deeper into the labyrinthine corridors. As I rounded a corner, the source of the sound came into view. A figure, draped in tattered robes, sat perched upon a crumbling stone, fingers dancing across strings of an instrument that I couldn't identify. The music was beautiful, but something about it sent shivers down my spine. It was as if the melody held secrets, ancient, forbidden knowledge that should never be unearthed. I hesitated, the logical part of my mind urging me to turn back, to flee from the unknown. But curiosity held me captive. I approached the mysterious musician, my heart pounding in my chest like a drum. The figure's head snapped up, and I found myself staring into eyes that seemed to burn with an otherworldly fire. "Welcome," the figure whispered, the word carrying on the wind like a sinister greeting. "Who are you?" I stammered, my voice betraying the fear that gripped me. "Names hold no meaning here," came the cryptic reply. "Only stories, stories of those who sought to unravel the secrets of this place." The musician's fingers continued to dance across the strings, each note a thread woven into a tapestry of fear. The melody twisted and turned, evoking images of lost souls wandering through the ruins, their voices carried on the wind. I felt a growing unease, a sense that I was being drawn into a narrative, not of my own making. The figure's words hinted at a darkness that I couldn't comprehend, a malevolent force that had woven its way into the very fabric of Machu Picchu. As the music reached a fever pitch, I tried to tear myself away, to flee from the suffocating terror that threatened to consume me. But it was too late. The ancient stones seemed to pulse with a life of their own, and the figure's gaze held me in a vice, like grip. The music reached a crescendo, and in that moment, the ruins themselves seemed to awaken. Shadows slithered along the walls, taking on twisted, unnatural forms. The ground trembled beneath my feet, and the air grew thick with a palpable malevolence. I wanted to scream, to escape, but I was paralyzed by a force that defied understanding. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the music stopped. The figure's eyes bore into mine, and a haunting smile played upon its lips. "Remember this tale," it whispered, its voice a cold breath against my ear. The next thing I knew, I was waking up in my tent, the sun casting a warm glow across the landscape. It was as if the events of the previous night had been a fever dream, a figment of my imagination. But as I gazed upon Machu Picchu, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had glimpsed something beyond the veil of reality, a horror that lurked within the ancient stones, waiting to ensnare the souls of the curious and the unwary. To this day, I can't shake the sensation that the ruins themselves are alive, that they hold a malevolent consciousness that preys on those who dare to seek its secrets. And when the wind carries a haunting melody through the terraces, I can't help but feel a shiver down my spine, a reminder of the horror that I encountered at Machu Picchu, a story that I can never escape,